When I come through, I'ma keep it tight. Don't even come my way if you know you ain't right. When I come through, boys know it's me. A player from the South, nothing less than a chief. When I come through, they know I'm got my...
Hey, Tro, this is Curtis, baby.
Yeah, I know Curtis, man.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Off the Muscle, where we love to give you some knowledge, some wisdom, and some game on a weekly basis. This is Old Unk Entertainment. This is Old Unk Entertainment. We got a good one for y'all tonight. Tonight we are discussing ego, income, and intimacy in the relationship, and how it directly correlates from man to woman and woman to man. Those three things are the key components in a relationship. The ego of both people, the income of both people, and the intimacy of both people, because you can't alleviate any of the three from a relationship. I know most of y'all are looking at me talking about that nigga Kurt rode his motorcycle today. You know what I'm saying? I did not ride my motorcycle. I am in full gear, ready to ride if I needed to, for my brother and for my president of our motorcycle club, Dogs for Life, MC, Round Rock, Texas. My boy Pat has went on to glory. If y'all would, with us today, a moment of silence for my boy Pat Bowie. We called him Yellow, Dogs for Life, MC. I love that boy. He left us abruptly. Man, me and him, we used to call each other, and we had an overstanding of, I guess I say, an overstanding of, you know what I'm saying, what life was about in so many manners. We both love to jump on that bike, man, and ride when things just didn't seem right in our head, man. It would clear you up. Anybody who rides, they all know that. You could jump on your bike and just head out, man, and things would just some kind of way just disappear. Sometimes it was just a twist of that throttle. For a lot of us, it was a little bit more of the it was a little more of the street bikes than it was the hogs and the cruisers. But I tell you what, once I got on that cruiser, man, it changed my mind. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't take away from the freedom and the feeling you have when you on that hog, man, or when you on that street bike, man, you with your people. He was my brother, and I have on everything that he or I would have had on when we were riding together. I am Round Rock for Life, and I am the music man. All right, I was the road captain of our club. The only thing that I feel is missing from this, my boy Pat, I got something to sip on right here for us. And the only thing I don't have is a Black and Mild, because that boy would most definitely have a Black and Mild. Everybody knows him, knows he'll have a Black and Mild. Who was that? My boy say, hey, that's you, baby, two-wheel therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that look like Constable Nixon.
Oh, okay. Okay, already. Hey, Constable
What's
Nixon.
going on, sis? Hope you're doing all right today. Hope you had a swell week.
How are you doing, ma'am? I tell you what. Back to the lesson at hand. When you're discussing relationships and you're talking about the ego of the male and or the female, the income of the male and the female, and the intimacy, they all have weird perspectives from the man and the woman. If we're talking about 1960, the dynamics of this conversation changes because, well, and I'm saying 60, but the era, the 60s to the early to mid 70s, that changes because the rights of a woman were solely dependent on the man that she was in direct connection with, whether it was a husband, whether it was a common law marriage, or whether it was a boyfriend. But men have always had to bear the load, especially in those time frames, for the most part. So when I'm saying stuff like this, I'm saying for the most part of the financial advantage in the family. You beautiful queens of ours gained rights over the years, which led to different ways that you were able to financially contribute to the household. And then some of you started to exceed your partner. Those ways that you exceeded your partner allowed you guys to help out dramatically in relationships and or lead relationships as far as the financial aspect of those relationships. For the most part, what I understood was that, ladies, you still took pride. Your ego would not let you not take pride in the way your house looked, the way your children were upkept, the things that were done around the house that are traditionally understood to be the woman's, what would we call it? It's the woman's priority, the woman's, what she would do in the household. That's not saying that everybody has a specific responsibility of men and women, because I wash dishes, I take out the trash, I sweep, I mop. I don't do it all the time, but the women in my household participate as much as I do in those same duties. I take pride and I take responsibility in those same things pertaining to our household, because I love it when people come to my house and say, wow, you guys as a unit. All right, we're going to go back on that part right there. You heard me, Mont? You guys as a unit
I'm following.
have a nice household. Man, you can live in a cardboard box. All right, you know me, I like to connect the dots. You can live in a cardboard box.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk through the doors of that cardboard box, what you saw on the outside is not what you see on the inside. Hey, man, you guys have this to put together. This is what I would like to do to my house on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have 1,000 square foot houses. Some people got 6,000 square foot houses. But some people have a Hyundai. Well, let me not say that, because I love my Hyundai. I ain't going to take Hyundai as the bottom of the barrel. Some people have a Yugo, and some people have a Mercedes-Benz.
All right.
The thing about these two dynamics is that the house allows you to lay your head down, cook, clean, and raise your family. Doesn't matter the size. The car gets you from point A to point B. All right. The things that change us as people and allow us to have different sizes of these things or different levels of these things are our ego
Mm-hmm.
and our finances. Y'all follow me?
I'll follow. Yeah.
The ego and the finances. Some people don't need a this, that, and the third. See, my dream car is in my driveway and they got rust on it. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It's rusty. And the interior, I done pulled all the interior out of it. And me and my kinfolks, we go back and forth and they say, nigga, don't pull that little shit out, because if you do, nigga, I'm gonna pull up on you in that Fleetwood. I'm okay. But when I pull mine out, that's my dream car. That's the dream.
Mm-hmm.
I drive around in a little Hyundai Santa Fe, 08 or 09, whatever. I'm thinking 2010, whatever it is. I'm a car person. I get my joy out of making everybody else happy. I get everybody else's cars together. As long as I have my one that I know that the vision is there, I know what it's going to be. Okay. In your household, the three dynamics in ego, income, and intimacy have a lot to do with the people that are involved in it. The conversation that needs to be made, my brother, between you and the significant other that you chose from the beginning. Okay. These dynamics are what we all focus on. And we have dreams about when we're kids and we're growing up and we say, man, one day I want to have this, that, and the third. And I'm this type of person. And I want a woman that does this for me. This is from our male
From a male perspective. Okay.
So from the male perspective, we already have what we want. Now, remember, family and friends, on this show, on Off the Muscle, we're going to bring it to you like it comes to us. Uncle Tay over there and myself, whenever my boy Wanna Be Famous chimes in, we have a couple family members and friends that chime in. When they do chime in, they have their perspective. But so far, the reason why I went on Facebook today and I said, hey, ladies, where you at? I want that lady's point of view on some of these things that we're presenting, that we're sharing, that we're offering our knowledge, wisdom, and game right off the muscle to our viewers. So I think that what y'all need to understand is that when we're presenting things, they're not necessarily our own dynamics, but they're what the dynamics of what we see
happening in society.
For
sure.
Man, when I click on Facebook, when I click on Instagram, these are the things that I see. Man, they're gonna want to be, man. Let's see what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wanna Be Famous.
What up, baby? What's happening with you?
How y'all doing tonight, man?
Man, I see you over there.
Hey, man, a little light something, man. I'm finna put this fire out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Got my grandbaby over here with me, man.
Already. Ain't nothing there's nothing better than that, my brother. There's nothing better than that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, she ain't want to leave me.
What y'all doing?
Kept closing the door.
You got the old thing lit up out there?
I about
that
to.
old thing?
I about to. Yeah, I'm about to put it up.
What they call them? A smokeless fire pit. The smokeless fire pit.
Yeah, shit, I won't mind the smoke.
Man.
Look,
hey, we enjoy it out here, baby.
I guarantee that one ain't smokeless.
Hey.
That boy got them logs up on top of that bad boy. Hey, that's heat.
Yeah, I want the whole neighborhood to smell me, baby. You understand me?
So let me go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, go ahead, brother. You got it.
Let me ask you a question, because I haven't gotten into the meat and potatoes of anything yet, but I want to ask you something. When you hear ego, income, and intimacy in a relationship, do you understand any other staples except for those? And how do you feel about the title itself and how it affects individuals, male and female? Because remember, we want to understand both sides of the equation on any of our subjects. My brother, what do you think about those things? Because the ego, whether it's coming from a man's point of view or a woman, is pivotal, is one of the most important factors in this. Now, the dynamics of the relationship also have to do with the income, because if he makes more money, there's a different dynamic that we're going to dig into very deeply. It's going to change the whole dynamics of this whole show. It's different from when a woman makes the most money. All right? Now, depending on who makes the most money, want to be famous, it's going to change the intimacy in the relationship.
Hey, man.
What you say? Boy, I know that boy didn't say amen. I know you didn't say amen.
That boy there is an agreement.
Man, that boy said amen. Okay.
I like to came to the studio tonight. I almost beelined it to the studio.
What say you, sir?
Uncle Tay told me, he said, no, just stay at home, call in.
So you saying that if you came in today, I'd have to give you that forearm. I'd have to block you out a little bit on the...
I'm talking, man, hey, this is a very much needed discussion.
Let me interview you. How are you doing, sir?
I can't complain.
Okay. As a man in a relationship with a woman, what have you seen as far as the dynamics of your equality in a relationship when you provide for your family, we're not talking about the amount that you provide, whether it's higher or lower, but the amount that you provide in your relationship, and how it directly correlates with your the ego of yourself and your woman and your intimacy level.
Well,
Speak on that.
when you can provide, ain't nothing better than a man that can provide because a man don't work, he don't eat. You feel
Okay.
me? Like you got to provide something, emotional support. Uh, the it all ties in together because
Wait. Hold on. Before you go any further, understand one dynamic. What if you live on a farm and you do all the work around there and your woman goes to work and she provides the actual dollars, but you do all the physical labor around the place? Is your physical labor worth um as much or as equal as the woman who's providing a dollar amount when she goes and sits at the office?
yes, it is,
Okay. So we can't
and it's
overlook.
pivotal. It's pivotal for a man to put his hand to something.
Okay.
It's pivotal for a man to put his hand to something. No matter what it is, a man must earn his keep.
Okay.
That makes you a man. That's the dichotomy of a man, right? You
Right.
have to earn your keep. And I may be a little antiquated in my thought process here, but I was raised by old school men who said a man don't work, a man don't eat. You ain't fit to call yourself a man if you can't provide for your family and take care of your responsibility. So
100%. So
what
so
say you, Uncle Tay?
Well, uh, I agree. I'm in agreement with you, but I'm also taking into uh, I'm understanding that the day and time has changed, right?
mhm.
And a lot of
Hey,
shit done changed, brother. So
don't
um,
don't do that.
you got men out here that's out there getting it, but they don't have that college degree or anything
Exactly.
like that. So they out there getting it, and they getting all they can get out there, and they come home sweaty and funky and everything else, right, from hard day work,
Right.
and the old lady sit at a desk all day long and out earn him every month.
Do you guys
Well, you know,
understand one point about that what you just said is that men in if we're talking about 1973 versus 2023, men do
yeah,
not have the support. No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about. I ain't talking about food stamps and shit like that. We're talking about men do not have the support that women have in this day and age from the government, from society, from women's movements, from oh, no, from movements. Period. Because men, we don't stand together and have movements together besides looking good and trying to improve each other's quality of life pertaining to, hey man, pull yourself together. Let's do better as a unit, type of stuff like that. But women have movements. So within these movements, boy, that boy got that fire going. Within these movements, y'all have to understand that it provides women with a false sense of security that if that shit gets snatched from them, they're back to the 1960s again. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from our women, but let's be real now. At the moment that Donald, this dude that I know, that I see on social media,
For sure.
when he decides to snatch shit from, and a specific party decides to snatch shit from women that even us
hmm
men can't control, we're back to providing and protecting for them on a level that they cannot understand, because the women of today's age can't understand that amount of protection, ego, because they have to suck their ego in because they have so much ego now because of society, because of social media, because of the different types of men that are available and that are not available. Women have
well,
been so self-sufficient lately
yeah,
that they
yeah.
don't want
They don't
to
want no,
and say that they don't have to rely on a man.
Mm.
yeah, they don't want no man, don't need no man. I done heard that so many times.
Okay,
But
go ahead.
that dying breed of our grandmothers, our mothers, our grandmothers, our great grandmothers that can take 2 cents and make it work, right?
Mhm.
Per capita, per capita in the black community, black women are the most educated class of women in this country, besides Indian women, right?
Right.
They out earn us per capita almost $30,000 to $40,000 more a year than their counterparts.
Okay.
Most relationships now, most marriages and relationships now, the women out earn the men.
Right.
And with the COINTELPRO and the food stamps and the government assistance that they brought in back in the 60s and the 70s, took the father out of the home for one, right?
Right.
Miseducated us, sent us to prison, right? Because most people we know have a criminal, most black men we know got a criminal record, right? Or they don't make high earning jobs. Most of us don't know men that make over $200,000 a year. That's unrealistic in some aspects, unless you have multiple streams of income, which
Right.
we don't, right?
Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Which
So,
which
so,
is
so, 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 if a
inflated
woman
women's
makes good
ego.
money, the government assistance doesn't matter because you can't make
Not
good
at
money and get
all.
government assistance. But it was a boost.
Yes.
See. So,
Yes.
and this is where we're at. So, the ego. We're talking about three things: ego,
Well,
income,
it
and
inflated their
intimacy.
ego.
Right. So it
It
inflated
inflated
their
women's,
ego. So the
yes,
ego
it
that they
did.
acquired came because of their assistance. Now, in the
Yes.
60s and the 70s and the 50s, I mean, I'm saying 60s and 70s because it's closest to us, not going back further than that. Back further than that, women were in shambles. Are you listening to me?
Well, we can say
Women were in
you we can
shambles.
even say the 80s. We can even
Huh?
say in the
We can
80s.
say the 80s. So,
We can
so,
even
so,
say
so
the 80s.
clean on up until now, the assistance that women were provided gave them an
Hmm.
ego boost where they think that
Yes.
they're just as or more important than their male counterparts. So the ego is now playing a big part in the relationship, not
Yep.
knowing that if
It
they get
does.
slapped upside their head by society and or an economic downfall, that since their traits that they're learning and they're being assisted with are not laboring things where we have to fall back on, that men can fall back on. Now, these women, and the only argument, see, I'm talking from a male point of view. Like I said, I've asked and I want a woman to participate in this conversation. But from our point of view, I'm going to stand on the overstanding of what we know, which is if the shit hits the fan, everybody's relying on us again. You don't see a whole lot of women construction workers, builders. You don't see a whole lot of women fixing on cars. You don't see a whole lot of women
It
messing on messing with them lawnmowers and like even in my household, we got a little bit of land, a little bit of land. The tractors, the lawn, no, not tractor. I ain't got no damn tractor. The lawnmowers, the dirt bikes, the four wheelers, and all that shit we got out there. The cars. My ability to produce the physical aspect and or the connections, the other male connections, because I'm not calling other women.
Hmm.
I'm calling men that I know.
yeah, yeah,
These
yeah.
connections that we have as men provide ease to the woman's ego because they don't have to do it. Okay. Let me tell you this. So nobody
Other
wants to
races
be
will
treated like a
reduce it.
servant. So wannabe, do you want to be treated like a servant?
Well, I'm built to serve.
But do you want to be treated by a woman like a servant?
No, not at all.
You serve because you want to, because of
Yes.
love, because of intimacy. Okay, well, we
Yes.
are. I mean, we always connect dots on off the
Yes.
muscle. You know this because you know me. So we connect dots. So because we want to serve our women because of love and because of the intimacy that they give us, how does the ego from the man get affected if he is a brother that is down on his luck? All right.
Hmm.
He doesn't have much. How does his ego and how does the woman ego affect the relationship when he's down on his luck? And the woman feels like because of her boost in ego that she doesn't have to provide as much intimacy for her man. Now you see him smile. Did you see the camera? Did you see him smile?
I'm looking
The
at it.
smile is that every man that's listening to this smiled at the same time because you have to understand if you're in a position as a gentleman and you are an upstanding gentleman. I'm not talking. Listen, man. I want women and sirs. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not talking about the guys that sit on the couch beating their meat, smoking blunts, and playing 2K
Video
or
games.
10K or whatever the fuck the game. I'm not in the game, so I don't know that. Whatever game them guys be playing, and I'm not saying it's bad to play games, man. I got a phone right there. If you go on my phone, you're gonna see a few games in there. When you're playing video games all day, you're not cooking and cleaning, you're not doing shit around the house. Your value to your household is in no, you on 1, 2, 3, somewhere
Yeah,
in there.
yeah. Well,
That's not going to improve your intimacy level, sir. So we're not talking about those guys. We're talking about the guys that provide value, that make their women
well,
feel good, that produce in the
over
household.
a real man, a real man got a hustle in him. He got a
Mhm,
dog in him.
mhm.
He gonna go up. He gonna go out, and I'm gonna speak from a personal perspective.
Do that.
When I couldn't make no money, when I couldn't get hired because of my criminal record, I started washing cars.
Hmm.
And to this day, I'm one of the best car washers this side of the Mississippi River. You understand
Boy,
me?
you can't wash no cars,
I,
brother.
I put me to the test, and I prove myself right.
Right.
I cut your grass. I trim your trees.
You couldn't, boy, you
Hell,
ain't
I
boy.
even take you.
What
I
the hell
would
did
I
you just
would
say?
do I would do whatever I need to do to make a dollar that's legal, right?
Right.
Because every real man got a hustle in him.
Have
Every
you
real
ever
man want to make some money.
have you ever done anything illegal to make sure your family was covered and your
Yes, I did.
okay, because you could have just
And
stayed quiet and I would have understood what you so
I'm
basically so men are willing to
no,
hustle and do whatever it is.
and
Yeah,
I'm proud. I'm proud
that's
to
real
say
mean.
That's real.
He said real
that
mean.
Real men.
I I'm proud to say that I've hustled to help my family survive.
Have you personally ever been in a position to where your woman has it? She has it that way. And in your relationship, you maybe you became complacent with y'all's situation and you realized that you had it that way. So you slacked off.
Well, most time when your belly full, you get complacent.
Okay. And you get cold.
Most, yeah, you get
Hey man, we went to
yeah.
eat the other day, man. And your boy, I'll never get cold, man. My girl say, let me find out you done got cold because your ass was full. You know what I'm saying? We came out to that cold.
That nigga said,
Hey, go
Well,
ahead with it. Go ahead with it, wanna be.
to add a caveat to it, and every real man, no Uncle Tay, Kurt, you can attest to this. Man, you slang the best dick in the world when you broke.
shit, you got to.
Can I tell you what? That's
You
crazy you
got
said that.
to because you
You
fucking
got
for a place
to.
to stay. You fucking for support, baby. You
But how
understand
come,
me?
but how
Like
come the
that's
dick that you got a slang? Okay, speaking on this subject, see, don't remember what we're talking about. So you right on line, but let me ask you this. How come the dick you got a slang sometimes ain't at your woman?
well,
No,
a
no, no.
lot of
Do
times,
you so, okay? Do you overstand? We're talking about the general prospect on GP. How come the dick you got a
yeah.
slang ain't at your woman? Because your woman
Got
has an
this.
ego
That shit I already know you
and
was
she's
with.
not giving. Remember, three ego,
Okay,
income, and
okay,
intimacy. So
okay.
your woman ain't giving you
Let's
no
go
play
into
because
it.
she make all the money. You broke, bro. You
Let's
broke. So now
let's
she ain't
let's
giving
go
you no
into it.
play.
Okay, okay. If I
You're
can
trying to give it
caveat
to
for just a
her
second,
and she don't want it.
let me give you a caveat. It
Okay,
ain't that she don't want to give it to you. When a woman's ego is boosted, her masculinity rises. A real
boy,
heterosexual
stop.
man is not turned on
Boy, stop.
by a masculine fucking woman. Don't
Check
no
this out.
man want no
Check this out.
masculine ass
Hey, get
egocentric woman.
booty,
He
nigga.
don't want that. He don't want that.
He don't want that.
He don't.
He
He
don't
don't
want that.
want that.
He don't want that.
Because 9 times out of
He
10,
he, he ain't
if
here.
she turned off because he can't provide, right?
Right.
If she turned off because he can't provide, right, and treating him a certain type of way because she making this type of money, right?
Does that matter to you
He
as a
looking at
man
her,
though? Do you think it
yeah.
would matter to you as a man? So when I came to Tay with something like this subject, he came back at me with this subject. And as soon as let me tell you something, as soon as I went online, I went to every social media platform and started to think about my own perspective, his perspective. I'm listening to yours. Me and you got to get together during the week sometime so I can understand your perspective earlier. But listen, when I approached this subject, there's a lot out there. Check this out real quick. Let me go in real quick. Hold on. You pause real quick.
And some of you, even though he may not make as much money right now, he's a king. And I want to encourage you, ladies, to settle down and love your husband. Don't talk down to your husband. I make more money than you, and I've been at work all day, the house ain't clean. Really? Because let me tell you, my friend, the Proverbs 31 woman, please study the book of Proverbs chapter 31. Study that. You don't belittle your man. You still are the one that should be building that house. It should be clean because you're still overseeing your domestic duties as a wife. Not because you got the money and you've been at work for 10 hours in a day and you come home with an attitude
That's real
telling
talk.
him, well, you work like I work, but be careful. You should still oversee everything that happens in your home pertaining to cleanliness and peace.
Uh-oh.
Now, I want to add
Uh-oh.
something to that because here, don't,
Uh-oh.
hey, bro, don't forget. As much as I can go in on a lady, I can also protect a lady, and I have and will always do both. Here's the thing:
Well,
there are some
a
ain't
lady is
shit men
different.
out there, bro.
A
Okay,
lady different. You
no,
ain't
no,
got to protect a lady come with protection regardless.
she comes
We
with
talking about
protection
these
because
old
I'm gonna protect
sorry.
her.
Yeah,
So,
we
it
talking
could
about
be
these
a
old
friend, a
sorry bras.
sister, a cousin. I'm gonna protect the lady. But here's the problem: there are some men that ain't shit. So when we're looking at these type of videos of women going in like that, man, we gotta understand, we gotta overstand that she's not talking about every man and every woman and every situation, because there are people that do not try to assist their significant other in the ego portion, the intimacy portion, or the financial portion. So those are the three things that we're discussing, and they are the three dynamics of a relationship. So, but what she said is true. A real woman, let me
Strokes
go
her
back
man's
again.
ego.
A real woman has the ego that I am going to protect my man and my family. I'm going to
Yes, sir.
provide for my man in her way. Whatever, whether that's not necessarily financially, she's going to provide. If it is financially, then she needs to ride on that financial boat until. But here's the thing. Imagine this. Imagine a woman who provides for her family and her man. Her man then fell back for whatever the reason is. She starts going in on her man. That looks like my little kinfolk trying to join in. She goes in on her man and she starts to not give him the support and the intimacy and the love that he needs. I got you, family. I see you. And then all of a sudden, she thinks that that man is going to have a boost of confidence and be able to get out of the rut that he's in. Excuse me. You cannot go down on a man just like a man can't say, hey, baby, I'm in a predicament right now. My finances have went to shit. I need you to get a job. How you gonna ask your woman to come out of her normal routine? Let's call it that. Her normal routine. And as she goes on her normal routine, your woman is a woman who loves to be intimate. She loves the affirmation from her man. She loves to be supported by her man. But instead of you, because you down on your luck, you get an attitude and you start going in on your woman, telling her you need her to assist. She's going to respond in a negative way because she has to not only step up her game. Now we're going from two different aspects. It can't be looked at exactly the same, but she has to step up her game so you can't be abusive physically or mentally or verbally to that woman and expect her to respond. Just like a woman can't expect her man to respond when he's down on his luck in a positive way. The intimacy. See, we said intimacy, not sex. Sex should be a pivotal point and is needed from both male and females in a relationship. But the affirmation, the support, the intimacy, the overstanding of what you need as a person. Man, look, let me tell y'all something. Check this out.
They are not your economic equal. but they've got great potential. I hear you women. I hear you saying, well, we ain't got time. We need them to be made. I know that's what you're saying. But if this is someone that you can grow together with and that will support you 100%, will provide you everything that you need, do you discount that? Even with CB, who had a very good job, very steady in income, but he was not necessarily my economic equal. For me, it was millions to be that economic equal. So what if you don't find that, but you find someone who can hold their own? And he saw me, saw my potential, and he did all he could to nurture that and let me fly. That was my equal. That worked.
Cameron, that woman said she's a millionaire. So in order for someone to be her economic equal, it's very hard in a relationship. Think about this. You can choose anybody. You can pick a basketball player. You can go and you can let somebody bust your guts out, nigga, and a relationship lasts 6 months and you own social media. No, we're talking about somebody who you want to have a relationship with. So her economic equal would have to have been a multimillionaire that checked all the boxes. Okay.
Well,
And then, so since that would have been her economic equal, she said, I couldn't look for that. I had to find a man of substance, a man that is a family man. I mean, she didn't. I mean, I'm guessing what she means as a whole, but a family man, a man that supports her, a man that understands her wants and needs emotionally, spiritually. See, we ain't talked about that. What do you think, Cam, on this whole
All
subject?
right. So I honestly, um, yeah, if a woman is holding it down from the financial standpoint and she's looking for her financial equal, it's gonna be a little bit tough, right?
Okay,
Um, but I also feel like some of the attributes that a man that he can bring in the safety, stability, discipline, and all that stuff. But at the end, I honestly think that a female wants a complete man, because
okay.
if she at the end of the day, if she's bringing in all the money and he brings in all of that, she will probably disqualify that man because he's not on her financial level.
So that means he's not complete unless he's on
That I
her
mean,
financial level.
maybe within a woman's eyes, I would like to hear a woman talk about this. But if oh my God, if a woman wants a complete man, he's gonna bring in money, satisfy her emotionally, spiritually, sexually. Uh, all the things that she wants in a man, she will probably find a avenue to
All
disqualify
right.
him.
I'm clearing my throat
I
for a reason. The reason why I'm clearing my
I
throat,
think
fam,
that.
is because you know me, you know how I am. The reason why I'm clearing my throat is
Yes,
because
sir.
upon my research, a man,
Good.
and we're not talking about regular normal gentlemen that work a job. We're talking about men
Hmm.
who are financially supreme, that make a lot of
Hmm.
money, are
Hmm.
usually, gentlemen, don't go in on me too hard, but this is what statistics show, are physically, mentally, let me reframe my sentence. A lot of those gentlemen are a high percentage of the time physically, mentally, or emotionally abusive because they pick fast because they are so busy. Their financial equality is not there. So they are willing to support. Like we always talk about, a man will grab a girl off a bus stop and
yep,
marry her and be with her for 30, 40 years, and she never brings a dime into the household because she's
yep,
there with the ego and she's there with the intimacy.
yep.
She has two very important factors in what a man needs to make to get out there. I heard somebody say that a man will get on a hot ass roof and sweat with tar and shit and come home, and his
Shingle
woman is
pieces.
there and she is like, oh my love, I love you, thank you, here's your plate, here's your da 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 da. And he will go out there and he will burn up in the sun, man. He will endure aches and pains and do whatever it takes because when he gets there, his kids and his woman are there for him in a state that uplifts his spirit. Are you hearing me? The ego of that man is boosted by the family and the woman. So he will go to the end of the earth. He will lie, steal, and kill for the family, not against the family. All right. Now, and the fact that 80% of women end relationships. So when a relationship ends, it's 80% the woman that ends the relationships. Now, in the 60s, 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, relationships were not ended. Women used to even deal back then with infidelity. They
Mm.
knew their
For
husband had a
households.
goddamn family 2 blocks over with 4 kids and
Yeah.
shit. And
Yeah.
and they kept that. You know why? Because they did not have the financial stability. When you gave a woman money, you gave her abuse. Women tend to think about it. Go online right now. Go on Facebook. Go on Instagram. Watch how women talk about a man gotta da 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 da. A man gotta produce this. To women, man, women are. We talk about how men rule the world and men abuse with money and men and DT the president will do this because of money and whatever your view is, whatever side. Let me not pick a side, but money and presents power in a lot of equations, and that power corrupts. Now, I have found out through my research and my overstanding in 52 years on this earth that it corrupts women way more than it corrupts
All right.
men.
So Kenfo, let me ask you this.
Damn, did you interrupt me? That
All
means you
right.
got something to say. Let me find out. Go
My
ahead, go ahead. No,
bad.
fam. I'm messing with you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I love you.
All right. So the topic of tonight is, remind me again. It's
Ego, intimacy, and income, and how they all relate to each other in a relationship.
how they all
Man
relate
and
to each
woman
other.
now. Man and
All right.
woman. All right. Man
Yes.
and woman.
All right.
Because
All right.
remember,
So now
there
you
was a
think
woman on here
about.
that said she had, so upon my research, she said, oh my God,
Hmm.
I had a man that had a lot with, shit, he had
Shit.
a lot of money. He was an
Hmm.
asshole. And then she was
Hmm.
unhappy with him. But then she also
Hmm.
had a square with an amazing personality who was broke. She said
So
she can't fuck
so
with neither one of them. She don't want
remember what
neither
I
one
said
of them.
earlier.
She don't want neither one of them.
Remember what I said earlier. Yeah, he's not complete.
He's not complete. Women want all
He's not
three.
complete.
If we don't have all three, see, and that's what this show is about. If we as a man don't have all three, we cannot be supported. We don't have the full support. We don't need a woman to support. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you want to sit on your
We
ass and
don't.
be
We
supported.
don't.
We don't
Yeah.
need all three.
Do
Okay.
women have to have all three
No, they
for
don't.
men?
They've never had to have all three. Women have had one. Think about what I'm
But
saying.
but but
Wannabe.
but they also
Wannabe.
have to.
Women have just had the intimacy part for men. Okay. And men have picked them up and said, she got that intimacy I like. She got that man, she do this special thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm liking that. And that's why I scooped her up, after a couple, quick conversations, So that's what women have been able to have one of the three, and it was cool. Y'all hold on.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Tyler, aka Crowd Control, because you know we control the traffic, and you are watching Off the Muscle.
That's my baby. So check this out. When you
Shout
don't
out.
have all three, there are people whose ego, which is the first of the three, will throw you by the wayside. So they need to. Let me save that for the end of the show because that's what the very end of the show is about. So women use money to control. All right, money was weaponized against women. So as soon as they were able to get it, they used it to control men. Whenever possible. Okay. Most women do not know how to have more money in a relationship and remain feminine. Do you hear what I said? They don't know how to have more money in a relationship and to remain feminine because they drop their feminine duties as a woman because they have been emasculated by having to just get a job, much less a career. Women used to have jobs. Now they have careers. So as soon as a woman has a career or she has money and power, now her femininity goes to the side. And she feels like now that since women throughout history, it's not something that she, Uncle Tay, she didn't directly experience this, but because society says that now that she has money, she feels like she has to abuse ego-wise her man.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's why most high earning women,
Okay.
most women that are high earning women, especially black women,
Okay.
and I only speak for our community,
Right.
because I pay attention to how we treat each other. Most black women I know that's high earning, lonely. They got the money, but they ain't got the man
Boy.
because they don't know how to treat a man. Because see what we did, and I tried not to do it with my daughters. We fucked these women up with that fairy tale shit when they were little. Most women ain't seen a good man and don't know what the fuck a good man is. Period. Point blank. Right? Absentee of the father growing up. Right? A man showing them unconditional love in a
Mm-mm.
non-sexual way, educating her on how to be a young lady going through puberty, going through middle school,
Boy, that's
going
your
through high
statement.
school. They don't see that shit, right? So when they do get in the workforce or they do get out here in the real world and they start out earning men,
Mhm.
most of us are convicted felons, right? They all chasing the same 5% of men. It's a 5% of men,
Thank you, sir.
especially black men, which comes
Thank you,
down to
sir.
2.5. It
What the
comes down to
hell did you just say?
2.5 when you talk about come down to African American earning potential, black men. It's only 2% of us that make over 250, $300,000 a year.
Overstand
You're
this.
chasing the same, you're
O-
chasing the same 10,
Overstand
15, 20
this.
fucking men.
Overstand this. This is why they say that because of social media and because of
There we go.
society, women have left alone the good guy. All the women are searching for 17
A
niggas
high earning,
out of 40 million. And then when they don't
mm,
get that
Yep.
one of them 17, do you know what happens? They claim to be unhappy
yep.
because to them it's
And
all
most of them,
about so when did women become so here's the problem. Women are starting to compete with each other like men used to do.
For the same for the same motherfucker. Sorry.
What you say?
they do, they
For the
do.
same
They,
motherfucker.
Come on, man.
yep, yep.
I
They
I
they
And
have
check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I don't know if y'all seen today. There was a debate online
okay.
between a prominent Englishman
Mhm.
and we can call him a racist white man.
Yeah.
The prominent Englishman was telling the
The other cat.
influencer guy,
Yeah.
yeah, you've never been with a woman. You've
Boy, come
never
on.
been with a woman.
I
So
watched it
how
today.
so how do you
Hmm.
hey, yeah, so how do you know? How do you
Hmm.
know how to handle women or talk to women?
How come you don't like women? Yeah. Everything he says is
Yeah,
against
it
women.
did.
Yeah. Hmm.
But the Englishman,
Hmm.
he's worth millions, but
Hmm.
he has a woman that's Tariari.
Hmm.
Tariari. Like
Hmm.
she out there like clowning this man online. So again, if you're not complete as a man, I feel like the woman will find the other piece of you that is not of you
But what if she doesn't want to
through
find
somebody
you?
else.
What if she's gotten to the point to where in her mind, in her ego, see, remember, we're talking about the ego because it's not a factual thing. It's a fairy tale thing. Her ego alone says that you are no longer of value because you don't do this or that. One of the
and that,
three,
X,
one of the three, intimacy,
X.
ego,
Yep.
or come on, brother.
Hold
So,
on.
so,
So
so,
so
but
Hector says
I was just going to say, what does
Hector
Hector say?
says I think when you find a woman, it's our job to keep them and mold them into the women you want without forcing them to change and then changing for the man they want.
Okay, but Hector, here's the problem. The dynamic is the man or the woman. See, remember, we're not just okay. We're presenting a male point of view. Ladies, where you at? Somebody falls on hard times in a relationship. Look, this is a hypothetical situation in these three dynamics. Somebody falls on hard times, and because of those factors, the other person needs to step up to a higher level than what they've ever stepped up. It could be for a short time, it could be for a long period of time. Do you start to mistreat? Does your ego change? Does your intimacy change for that
Well,
loved one, for your woman? Do you start treating your woman bad? Does she start
well,
treating you bad?
a real broad. I'm talking about a real thoroughbred,
That nigga said
a front
broad.
house. I'm talking about them country
Go
fed
ahead,
women with
Fame.
morals, principles, and values. Like they gonna uplift you. They gonna uplift you. They
Right.
are going to uplift you
That's how you
and put
feel?
you on a plateau to where you can survive. Right?
That's how you feel.
They're gonna carry the load. They're gonna
Right.
carry the load. Right?
Right.
But like we go back to this fairy tale shit of social media. Right? It's the 3 to 5% of these men freaking off, making these women feel like princesses without doing shit. See, they
Right.
leave a duty, they civic duties when they get this money. They
Uh-huh.
out earn us, right? They don't learn. They stop learning how to fucking cook, clean up, and be a lady. Period, right? They become more masculine. We ain't turned on by masculinity. If all of us was in the same room at the same time, if we ain't drinking and telling stories and laughing with each other, we end up fucking fighting.
Right.
Men don't hang around. Alpha men, lions don't hang around the same camp. They don't. We just don't. Women do that calculus shit, and as us as men,
We got our small
we
groups.
drop the ball.
We got our
We
small
drop the
groups.
ball. No, we dropped the ball. We dropped the
What?
ball with these youngsters and not teaching these young men morals, principles, and values. Because half of these niggas can't change no damn tie. They can't cut no grass. They don't even take out the damn trash. We have handicapped these kids. That's why you got more women out here that becoming more masculine by the day because they're out earning us, right? A man's place in the home is to be the head, not the tail. He
Let
supposed
me
to
ask you
lead by
this.
example.
Let me ask you this. So
I
you're
don't give a damn
saying
how much money you bringing in now.
so hold on. Let me find it. So what I want you to understand is this is we keep talking about somebody being the head. Okay. The head is something that's a word. That's a phrase that the head is something that is the head a leader? Is the head somebody who just knows what to do in a situation? Because here's the thing. Um,
He's the priest, the
like I said,
provider, and the protector
leadership
of
is
the
not
family.
about who's in charge, my brother, but it's about who's taking charge of their people. Okay. All right.
Exactly.
I want you to
A
understand
man's
something
job
else.
is to be a priest, provider, and protector. No matter
Mhm.
how much money I make, how much money I don't make, my woman gonna treat me like a motherfucking man and respect me like a motherfucking man in my
I'm going to tell you
house.
something. I'm going
If
to
you
tell you
don't,
something you
I
might
ain't
not
gonna be
know.
here.
When you're a woman, all right, y'all listening, young ladies, when you're Hector, when hard times come, that's when you find out. All right,
Come
that's
Me
on
when you
now.
too.
find out.
Yeah.
My boy Hector say,
What side to stand on?
man, what side your woman gonna stand on, bro? When
Come
hard
on now.
times
Yeah.
come, all right, because see, it's about the ego, it's about the support, it's about the intimacy, because you can't slack up. Let me ask y'all this: did y'all know
But if
that
a woman
that
got
that
an inflated ego, she ain't no good anyway.
okay?
A
So when
woman
you're
with
a
an
woman,
inflated
you
ego,
can correct
she ain't no good no damn way.
egos, though. You can correct egos. You want to know why? They say you don't miss your water till a well run dry.
Well, you know, you put
When somebody gets
that
slapped
good dick
upside
and
the
that good
head,
scraping on.
you ain't never seen nobody get slapped upside the head real good and not come to attention. How long they come to attention and what they learn from that situation, that's going to decide who they are as a person.
Mhm.
Listen to this
Well,
real quick. No,
real
see, hold on.
masculinity
That ain't got shit to do with
overrules
it.
all that shit.
Yeah, no. But see, now you're talking about a man now taking charge and having more of an ego than the woman and having to discipline and or physically, mentally abuse her to put her in check. And you shouldn't have
Listen.
to do that
No,
in a
no, no,
relationship.
no, no,
I'm a
no,
firm
no, no, no,
advocate
no,
in
no.
communication.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Listen to this.
No,
I'm going to
good
tell you
dick and
something. Hold on.
conversation rule the world, baby.
Hold on. Stand by. Yes, it does. When you're a woman, all right, money, check this out. Money does not protect.
Doesn't.
All right. Okay. You heard that, right? Money does not protect. Money does not sex you. Money can't take that meat and put it on you. However you like it, whether
Prove
you like it
myself wrong.
long and strong or you like it short and quick. Money cannot do
You
that
can buy
to you.
some.
All right.
You can buy
All right.
some.
And money does not save your
Women?
soul. When you're a
No, it
woman,
doesn't.
money does not sex you, money does not protect you, and money does not save your soul. And that better be overstood. There's no arguing with that. There can't a woman get on here and tell me that anything that a man says that when it pertains to that is
Kurt,
not
Kurt, can I say
100%
something real
true.
quick?
Check this out.
Hey, get
This
booty,
nigga.
nigga.
Get booty,
You know
nigga.
y'all didn't hit us. You know y'all didn't hit us
can,
with the
Are
no.
y'all,
Hey,
can
hey,
I?
hey,
Can I?
y'all in this
Hold
horn
on.
grill.
Hold on. I think the word should change from money can't sex you to money can't love you.
money can't love you.
Money
It
can,
cannot. You can
yeah.
love money, but it
It
can't
can
love
sex
you.
you. It can sex you. You can
No,
get sex
it
through
can
money.
pay. You can pay for
Yeah.
sex, but the money
And it's
itself.
still,
We're talking about personification. So you can't say
yeah.
yeah, you can't take
Money
something that
can't do
doesn't
the three
have
things.
life and make it do a live
Yeah.
action. All right, hold on. We're going back to back with something real
Sex is
quick.
not a value.
It's not a
Yeah.
value. Right, there you
Sex is
go.
not a value.
Hey y'all, it is Talicia, and make sure y'all tune in to this week's Off the Muscle.
The dope
Yeah.
joke.
Uh oh.
That's hilarious.
All right, you ready for this one, bro?
Whatever.
Let me scoop my
Come
mic.
on with it.
Look, I'm
Come
gonna
on
scoop
with
my
it.
microphone a little closer, man. So this ain't one of my old schools, man. I had to go find this one. Y'all ready for this joke? Check this out. So I go out of town. All right. I had some business to handle, you know what I'm saying, out of town. So while I was out of town, I decided that it's very important for me to go to this massage parlor. And at this massage parlor, I already knew
Oh.
ahead of time when I got there that they do happy
Oh
endings.
shit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So at this massage parlor, they
Come
do
on,
happy
Fame.
endings. I go inside. I say, "Hey, how you doing?" The lady comes. She said, "Oh, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing just fine. How are you?" I said, "I'm looking for Stephanie." And she said, "Ooh, you looking for Stephanie?" I said, "Yes, I'm looking for Stephanie." She goes, "Stephanie charge premium price." I said, "Well, I kind of heard that." And she said, "Okay, well, let me go get her." So she go to the back. She go get Stephanie. Stephanie come up. She say, "How are you?" I said, "I'm doing very good." She said, I said, "Are you, you ready for me?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "I charge 10,000." I said,
Ooh.
10,000. I said, "Okay, that's cool." I said, you gonna take care of me?" She said, "Yeah." So we go to the back and I give Stephanie her 10,000. And Stephanie take care of her brother, man. She do all the good stuff. So I come up out of there, you know what I'm saying? I told everybody thank you, and Stephanie got her 10 grand. And I said, "Hey, I'll see y'all later on." They said, "Okay, cool." So I go back the next day. All right, Tate? I go back the next day. Kinfolk, I go back the next day and I say, "How y'all doing?" They said, "Oh, how you doing? You want to meet girl? You want to get him, to massage?" I said, "Yeah, well, the same thing I got yesterday." I said, "Where's Stephanie at?" They said, "Oh." She said, "You want Stephanie again?" She goes, "Nobody ever asked for Stephanie 2 days in a row. Stephanie put it on people." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, she charged premium price." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Okay." So she go back and get Stephanie. Stephanie come back. Damn, 2 days in a row. I said, "Yeah." She said, "That's 10,000." I said, "Okay, sure." I gave her 10,000. Stephanie takes me to the back and she ride me like a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I come up out that bad boy feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I told Stephanie, I said, "Stephanie, I think I'm falling in love with you." She said, "Okay." I'm not trying to, but I think I am. So she said, "Okay, cool." She said, "Well, nice to see you." Stephanie got a little 10,000. She put it away. I go to the hotel, come on back the next day. Y'all heard me? 3 days in a row. I walk up in the place. She said, "What are you doing here?" I said, I come back to see Stephanie again." She goes, "Oh, this is very, very crazy because Stephanie never have nothing like this." I said, "Okay, cool." And I said, "Well, I come to see Stephanie." She said, you know, Stephanie charged premium price. I said, yeah, Stephanie with 10,000, right? She said, yeah. So she go back to get Stephanie. Stephanie come up. She goes, wait a minute. I don't understand, but okay, come on back. I gave Stephanie her 10,000. Stephanie take me to the back, and I mean, it's on and popping. I come up out of there very, very, very happy. All right. So when I'm leaving, Stephanie said, hey, I've never had anybody come back twice, much less 3 times. Somebody that's packing that what you got and all that money you got, where are you from? I said, well, baby, I'm from Texas. From, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Texas. She said, that's crazy because I'm from Texas too. And I said, you are? And I said, well, I already knew that. She said, you really do? I said, yeah, I already knew you were from Texas. She said, how was that? I said, because I'm your sister's lawyer and she passed away and she told me to bring you this $30,000 in your I had to bring her $30,000 in her.
This man had free money all week.
You ain't shit though.
Listen, man, I
and the
ran
crazy
across that
thing
one,
is,
man. Look, I didn't know whether I was going to use an old school joke or a new one. You know what I'm saying? I ran across that
but
one.
the
I said,
crazy,
this is off the hook right here, man. You know what I'm saying?
that's crazy.
And,
That
You
crazy
ain't
though,
shit.
because I believe you'll do some shit like that.
no, I ain't. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. We used to go to the strip club and stuff, but I ain't never been to one of them parties, man. I
Bro,
don't feel that's safe, my nigga.
You know what? Real
let me
talk.
stop.
I've been to the strip club. Like, I've been
Okay,
going to strip clubs since I was like 14, 15, right?
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Bruh.
It ain't the excitement of the woman taking the clothes off of me no more. It's the illusion. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
always been the
Like,
illusion.
those, yeah, those places never excited me. Like that rub
What
and
you
tug
mean? It's
shit. I'm
always
like,
been the illusion.
you, yeah, you got to be that. You got to be desperate to go in there, man. To me, as a
Okay,
Hey, it don't
man,
be the illusion for some of them cats now.
some of them
yeah,
cats
you
it don't
got
be
to
the
be
illusion.
desperate.
Listen,
Okay, let me ask you. Let me tell you this.
listen.
Okay. I know we're getting off, but we're gonna go there just for a minute. For a real man, okay.
Kinfolk.
A lot of people will tell you that if you okay, let me make a statement. If you've been to the butt naked, and you've been to the regular strip clubs, I don't like the butt naked. I like the regular strip
I got
clubs.
I'm with it.
I want something
re,
Yeah,
for the imagination
I'm with it.
to. It's the reason why I
I
don't like women shaking their ass for no reason in a spot to where I don't know they're gonna be.
no.
I
The
almost
crazy
get
thing
embarrassed
is,
for them. You understand what I'm
no.
saying?
The crazy thing is, the strip club became so frequent. Where we used to frequent it so much, they have the best fucking food.
Boy, get
I
off the gas.
can't
Hold
Hey,
on,
do
hold
he
it.
ain't
on,
lying
hold on,
though.
hold on, hold
God,
on,
that's
Can't
hold on,
do
hold
it.
on,
I
hold on.
cannot
The
do it.
best food.
he ain't lying like
I can't eat
The
there.
best fucking
I
Boy,
cannot eat
food.
there.
Cam, let me tell
I
you
You know what
something,
I'm
can't.
fam.
saying?
Fam, you don't remember because you might have because at this time
I no
you
no
wasn't
no no
riding with
no.
me. Okay, you wasn't riding me. When we used to go
I
to the landing
was.
strip,
I was.
well, when we used to go to the landing strip,
Cousin, you remember
them
I used to come to
steaks
your
at the
house
landing
every
strip
weekend.
used to be off the
I never ate there.
motherfucking hook,
yes,
boy.
sir. Go there and
Let me
get you
tell
a
y'all a
Bro,
steak and
little
lobster.
secret.
you
Let me
don't.
let me
Do
tell
you
you let me tell you
remember?
a little secret.
Hold on,
Let me tell you.
wait. I was coming from Buda to
Yeah,
come hang with this guy
the surf and turf.
every weekend. Every weekend. And
Hmm.
I'd be like, I'm gonna eat here at the house. And he would drag me in my 16, 17, 8 year old butt
Yeah, you were
to the
young.
ding dang. I didn't eat that. Kinfolk, that wasn't me,
All right,
but I
I'm
was
gonna tell
there.
y'all something.
I was there.
let me know.
I'm gonna tell
Terry
y'all some
Road.
crazy
Terry
shit.
Road.
I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. I used to work in the kitchen at the landing strip.
Boy, stop lying. Not when I was going there, because you'd have knew me because they
Why
used
I
to
gotta
holler my
lie?
name out when I walked in the building.
I didn't never come out the motherfucking kitchen.
Okay.
I
Nah,
was one of the cooks.
Yeah, I
listen.
was. But
Kinfolk was
listen,
the guy. He was the
and
guy.
this ain't no flex or this ain't no brag or nothing like that. I was there all the time. I worked. I
So
had
you
pictures
remember
where I
the
can
hundred
show
dollar?
you.
You remember
I was a bouncer
you
at the landing
remember the
strip,
hundred
fam.
dollar?
I was a bouncer at the
You
landing strip.
remember the you remember the $100 surf and turf?
Okay. All right. Check this out.
Never,
Y'all check this out real
hey,
quick.
I was there. Never
I
ate
know
it.
you was.
It's your boy Baby Curtis, and you're watching Off the Muscle.
Let's go.
We're not living in 1950 where dad went to work and mom was at home cooking you grits and shit, and bills were $50 and the light bill was $40 and the mortgage and rent was $500. We live in a damn time. Everything is very expensive. So if your nigga needs you to meet them halfway 50-50, you do so. If your relationship, your man pay all the bills, cool, and he can afford it, cool. But if your man falls short and he needs your help, you help him. I don't understand this generation of women always talking about a man's supposed to do. No, woman, you supposed to do as much as the man's supposed to do also. And they talking about a man ain't making a woman be soft no more because they gotta pay. Being soft ain't got nothing to do with paying for nothing. Cause if for me and my man needed me, I'm going 50-50. I'm going 90%. He can go 10%. He can go 100%. I can go 100%. I'm gonna do whatever my man need me to do. I'm gonna back my man up in any way possible when it comes to financial and us building and us having stability and us having each other back. It's called loyalty. It's called being there for your significant other when he can't be there for both of y'all. It's called picking your man up, let him know it's okay to fall short sometimes.
Can I say something, please? Can I
These
say something?
go, because I got a lot to say about what she just said. I want you to overstand some shit. Let me hear you, baby.
What she just said,
Hmm.
she just separated herself from the women that got coochie and the women that give you that pussy.
Of course. But let me ask you this. Okay, so
Hey,
wait. Let me
you
let
know
me
what
tell
I'm
y'all
talking about?
something. Let me tell y'all
You know
something.
what I'm talking about?
Do you know how women
You know what
always
I'm talking
say
about?
it's not the size of the boat, but it's the motion in the ocean? You know how women say
They
that, right?
lying. They lying.
No. Stop it though, because I got a whole show we can have on size. Okay.
Why?
No, I'm just telling you because it's
It
stuff
gotta
that I
be
run
females
across
on there.
and
It gotta be
can be
females on
researched.
there.
It's not the motion in the ocean. I mean, it's not the size, but the motion in the ocean. That's what they say, right?
They lying.
Okay,
They
that's
lie to
cool,
you.
but that's what they say. Okay, let me tell you something. All right, sometimes it's not the size of the hole, but it's that flex back you get. The ego, the understanding, the passion, the givingness, the submissiveness. See, women don't like that
Come
word
on now.
submissive. Okay, they don't like the
But they
word
think they
submissive.
think
Whoa,
yeah.
Let me
whoa,
wait. Hold on. Don't
whoa.
nobody say a
They do.
damn word because I thought I had it
They
on
love
here.
submissive.
Because the
They
word
love to be
submissive,
submissive.
the word
Nah,
submissive
nah,
is
nah,
now
nah.
a
It's the
trigger word for some
word.
reason.
It's the word. Yeah, it's a
It's a
No,
trigger.
trigger.
no,
But see, because
no. That's a
social media is
it's a
telling them
difference.
that it's
It's
some
a
shit that
difference.
they not supposed to have.
Hmm.
No, it's a
Women have
difference.
been submissive for
They sub
8,000 goddamn years.
they submissive at fucking work.
Can you be
They
submissive?
do what they
Can a
boss.
man, well, let me
They
ask y'all
do what
this.
they.
Can a man be submissive?
You goddamn right. I'm submissive
Every
to
time
my
I jump
woman
out the
all the
car,
time.
every time I jump out my car and run around to the other side and let out my auntie, my grandma, and my woman, I'm being
Don't
submissive.
touch my door handle. Don't
Don't
touch my
touch it.
door
Damn
handle.
right.
Don't you? My grandma
And
Don't
right
touch
now,
it.
and she's my wife's granny, but she will grab the door handle I'll kind of lightly knock her hand away and say, "Don't touch that. I'm standing
yeah,
next to you, and because I'm standing next
How
to
dare
you,
you?
I'm going. How dare you? I'm being submissive to you
Mm-hmm.
as a man. See, submissive is not a bad thing. Submissive
but
means I am doing a
they ain't been
duty.
trained.
They haven't been trained.
That go.
Well,
So as a
no,
That go.
woman,
it's
That
the
goes back.
verbiage. It's the
That
verbiage.
boy, y'all better
that
get
goes
somewhere.
back.
The ver-
That goes back to the fairy tale princess shit that a lot of people have taught their daughters, right?
so yeah,
When they hadn't
yeah.
seen masculine men lead a
So do you
household,
think? So do
right?
you think less of me? So do you think less of me because I run around and open doors for my women?
I said, boy, that nigga got he in check.
So let me. So you
Hold
gonna
on,
say?
hold on. Fame. You
So you
just
gonna say
said.
I'm in
You
check?
said. Are you submissive? Fame. You said
Very.
I'm submissive.
No.
Yes, I
So
am.
you can't.
I'm being
No, Fame
submissive to
said
my
it too.
women when I do the things for them, which is called
But
chivalry.
but but
See, there was a time
but
where
Yes,
Fame
chivalry
said
was
it
looked
too.
upon as a man's duty. A man that
yes.
had when you were courting women, chivalry was something that a lot of men today still don't do for their women. If y'all don't do it, let me tell y'all as a 52-year-old man, you better get with the party, baby, because it's gonna be a time to where the chivalry that we present, the submissiveness that we
Tenfold.
present.
But
Think about the word.
they've
Don't think
been
about the trigger.
but
Think about the word.
but
The submit.
a real woman, a real
Okay.
thoroughbred, like I go back to that quarter house. That woman that been raised to understand those
Never have.
principles and values,
Hmm.
she gonna train you her motherfucking self.
Train you
She
to
gonna
do
train
what?
you to do what?
Train you to do that for
She
what?
gonna
Train you to be a
train
man?
she gonna train you how to love her
Okay,
and
okay,
protect her
overstood.
and
Right,
provide for her, just
but you
like
don't
you
have to
do.
train a
Can
real
I get it?
man. I'm a love
Can I
and
get a
provide
second?
anyway.
Can I get
That's what I'm telling y'all.
wait? Can I get a second in here?
Sure.
Can I get a
Go ahead,
second?
go ahead, go ahead.
Um, most of these, most of the women that are younger than us have more access to men through their, like you said earlier,
Social
their
media.
social media.
Right,
So they don't have the thought process of remember you said earlier, the some of our dads, some of our grandpas had two different households. Why? Because of demographics.
right,
Now, moving forward, these women have more demographics than our women have seen.
right,
So they don't understand chivalry. They
right.
think chivalry is simping. They think that if you open the door for a female, oh, you just a simp.
Yep.
No, this is how I was brought up, but these younger men don't understand that.
It
So
depends
we
on
got
the
to find
habits that you, Hector. It depends on the habits that you create with your woman. So we're talking about something that I'm going to end the show with. So remember, you said that, Hector. Now, also keep opening doors for your women and ladies. She said that's a beautiful thing. All right. Um,
Because if you don't open the door, somebody else will.
Boy, stop. But it's the same. Okay, stop that. Stop that, boy. Stop that. If you don't open the door,
If
somebody
you
else
don't
will,
take out
right?
the trash,
So if you don't take care of
if you
your
don't take
man in
out the
hard
trash,
times, guess what's going to happen?
somebody gonna walk through your door. Somebody gonna walk through your
come on
door.
now. Because I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you a little quick little story.
Hmm.
We in the studio,
Right?
at the studio, right where you
Where
at
we
right
at?
now.
Okay. All right.
We having a party. We having the get together, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I ain't gonna name no
you talking about
names.
real stuff. You talking about when you had that brown shirt on, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But the lady of the house
Mm-hmm.
is is she was so much in her femininity. She looked at me when the trash was full, cause her man wasn't nowhere around. Right? He was hosting. He was moving around. She looked at me and get what she said. Can you take that trash out for me?
You talking about here?
Yes.
That's normal. When you come to my house,
I,
if you come to my house,
exactly.
wannabe, if you come to my house,
But
if
she
I'm not
knew
standing there, my girl is gonna tell will pull some shit out and say, "Hey, one of
The
y'all men
next,
get this
the next,
trash."
the
ex-
next
Am I
but no,
brother.
lying?
no.
You know, Teresa.
She
Teresa gonna
she
say,
knew
"One of
her
y'all get
role,
this
right?
trash,"
The
huh?
next
She knew her
brother.
role, right?
She knew her role,
She
but she's also
she
expecting
I
what a
got it.
man's role is gonna be. Also,
I got the trash. I got the trash, right?
what you do with it?
Took it out, came back in, washing my hand. I
Hmm.
looked to the side. She was handing me a paper towel.
What?
That's what's up.
Okay, let me tell y'all some things. Let, let,
Then
let,
offered me a plate.
That's
let me let, let,
that's not a
let me
bad
No,
give y'all
no.
some
thing.
knowledge real quick. Do y'all know who King David was? So King David, before he was a king, he was a sheep herder. He was a low man on the totem pole of society. His job was to
Yes,
sit
he
out there and
was.
herd sheep. Okay. David was called. Okay. David was called to be a king. All right. A man's life does not consist of the abundance of the things that he possesses. Okay. Your true self is how you handle money, how you handle possessions. That's your true
Yeah,
self.
yeah.
Your true self is not what you have, but how you handle those things. All right. Men have been taking it on
She
the chin. We've been taking it on the chin for generations for our women and for our families, all right? But now that women have gained rights and have what they asked
mm,
for, all right, listen to this. Now
mm,
that women have what they've
mm.
asked for and what they've worked for, all right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
disrespect, all right, and leave their womanly duties. So listen, what we're talking about now is that,
Hey,
boy,
you start some shit now. You start
I'm
some
trying
shit now.
to. We towards the end of the show
You
now.
throw, yeah,
Let's go ahead and get it popping. So now
you
that women
throwing
have the
them.
ability to, where the government, where the job market, where everything is being said and done, that women have the ability to build upon. You've been allowed. You've been given. Your God-given rights. To me, I believe that women should have always had their rights. But so I'm not arguing that. But now that you have those rights, you want to take those rights and abuse? You want to? There's a lot of different breed of women. This is now so men and women have to collectively change their views on partnership and roles.
Whoever said that got some sense.
They got some sense because the
They
view.
got
It
some
does.
sense.
So understand this. It says a man's okay. Let me tell you what I put down as a bullet point. A man's money will flow to a woman and his family unconditionally.
Yep.
Cam, this is what me and you talked about. I wrote down what you and I talked about. All right. This is exactly. You remember this conversation? I was in the car taking the
Yes,
girls to
sir.
dinner.
Yep.
All right. A
Yep.
man's money will flow to a woman and his family unconditionally. All right. When she is doing her womanly duties. All right. So this is no matter what's going on. This is just she's doing her womanly duties. A man is going to take care of his family, do what he can in the relationship. All right.
Mm-hmm.
His money is hers. The money that he
Yeah.
brings into the household is hers. It's his family's. But when a woman is a provider, her money may pay the
Mm,
bills, but her ego says that her money is hers.
Hi.
At some point,
Hi.
women's ego
yeah. Get in the yeah.
tells them that their money is theirs because it always has been. Women, when men used to bring money into the household, they would take money and put it in the can. Y'all remember that can up in the kitchen that grandma would put a little money in to hide and shit? Okay, so women will take that money and put it in
Yeah.
the can, but that was always their money when Pawpaw used to bring that money home. All right? When he brought money home, they would take money and hide it. It was their money. So now that women are making money and they do have to provide sometimes for the family with their man included, their money is to pay the bills,
Their money.
but it's still their damn money.
So sis,
Yeah.
What they call it?
sis
What
jumped on
what
there.
What she say?
What up, sis? She
What's
says
going on, baby?
there's a different breed
Mm-hmm.
of women now, so men and women have to collectively change their views on partnership and roles.
Who
Exactly.
who is that?
okay.
Who is that? Tell them
That's
to
Carly.
That's
please send
Carlisha.
them the link.
That's Carlisha.
Sis, call your ass in
Call in and say a thing or six. We
right
don't.
now.
We're winding down, but check this out. Let me tell you something else. At the end of the day, no matter what we've said or no matter how we feel about this situation, okay, we're talking about ego, income, and intimacy. All right. It's about communication.
There we go.
That's all it's
Yep.
about.
Facts.
Family, wanna
Facts.
be, Uncle Tay, it's about communication. All right.
Yes.
You don't take away from, all right, your spouse because of money.
There you go.
You don't take away from your spouse because of ego. You don't take away from your spouse because of intimacy. So if there's no intimacy, but there's ego and income, there needs to be a discussion. If there's ego and ego and income, but no intimacy, there needs to be a discussion, family. So when
Yeah,
two
because
are
I ain't
there
paying
and
no
one's
bills.
not
I can't get
there,
no ass.
huh? You say you can't get
I ain't
away.
paying no bills. I ain't
And then get
paying no
no
bills.
ass.
She ain't fucking out. Not
What? Okay,
she.
let me ask you this. Okay, I heard you. I followed you. I overstood you. What happens if you fall on your ass right now and you get into it with your boss? He fires you, right? And then you on your ass for 6 months or a year. Do you still expect for your woman to change how she treats you as a man?
Nope, not at all.
Everything she
I
stays the
expect
same.
her to up. I expect her to
But
uplift
You
me
then
and to
damn
She
find
right.
should do
another job.
more
To
no,
find
because she's
to
gonna have to
find
support
another
you
job.
mentally,
no.
To
That
to
becomes
find
your
another
ego is
job.
now in question.
Yeah,
Your
huh?
ego is
she
now in
gonna help me.
question.
She
Wait, wait,
gonna
wait,
help me
wait. So,
find
so,
another
so,
job.
so your woman should, Cam, your woman, if you lose your
What?
job and you out of work for a year, your woman should not have to still provide you with intimacy and
No, but
physical,
at the same time, your ego is gonna be suppressed,
right?
and she's gonna look at you different.
So you need
But
support.
she's supposed to build you up. Like in those hard times. Like
Wait,
and I think that's what I think that's what
So
but
Cam, you follow that
the,
kill
the
yourself nigga understanding.
Goddamn.
I
You,
think that
you know what I'm
wait,
but
wait,
I
saying?
wait,
think
wait,
I
whoa,
think
whoa, whoa,
So is that
whoa.
what you said?
Kill
Kill yourself,
yourself.
I think
nigga.
Wait,
that
whoa. Pause. I'm not doing that, but
No,
I'm
no, I'm
just
saying
saying.
because the first thing that happen is that when a man falls on hard times, you see women online all the time talking about, well, nigga, yeah, 2 weeks ago, nigga, you was talking about killing
Remember,
yourself. Huh?
I remember what I said about the new women these days.
Okay.
They have access to
Two.
different calibers of niggas. Our generation, yes, they will follow the code. They will
I,
say, "My man he sprained his ankle right now.
Right.
He ain't on it right now." Yes, our
but you,
women will do that. But if we're talking about what we talking about, ego,
Mm-hmm.
income,
Intimacy
and what
and
else?
income. Yeah.
Intimacy.
but
Right.
These
but
new
see,
ladies ain't on that.
They
So
better
but
if
see,
we're
be.
talking about both sides, don't please don't let it get confused on how we grew up and how we're brought up and to
Keep it
what's
old school.
happening
Fuck
now.
that shit. Keep it old school. What you
They
want?
talk,
Come on,
but
wannabe.
I get
Come on,
it, I
wannabe.
get it. But
Hold
I'm
on, before
but
want
saying
to be go. For
hold on.
Hector say, okay, it's their money. So what's the solution to help them understand that when they're in a relationship, it's both of theirs?
It's supposed to be overstood from
What,
the beginning. The
yeah,
problem
exactly.
is, Hector, the problem is social media. Okay.
Hmm.
And we
and
keep
they
going by
don't
social media
understand
because
it.
we're on social media. So that's why we're talking about social media. But society, this
Let,
new day and age, has
ooh,
provided
shit.
young ladies with an overstanding that they are the
The prize.
prize. Now, what? No, let
No,
me
but
tell you something. Let me
they
tell you
giving.
something. The Bible, boy, don't let me do this because, see, people can shoot back at me on this, but I'm going to tell you something. The Bible says that men are the prize. Women, y'all better get
But
it
they
Well,
popping.
think they're the
Y'all better get it
prize.
understood. We're the prize. Because on one of our episodes, we've already talked about how if the shit hits the fan and all this social media and all this amenities go away, women cannot last on earth by themselves. Men are the prize. We're put to protect. We're put to build and we're put to procreate because
We're
women
the
cannot do any of that without
infrastructure.
us. Right? So they are the
We're the
gift.
infrastructure.
We're the
and I
infrastructure.
think
Women are the gift wannabe. We're the prize.
Shit, Veronica
what I
says she
think,
pulling her man up.
She doing what? She putting
but
her
I
man
think,
up.
Veronica says she pulling her
Veronica, you
man up.
supposed to. You
Oh,
but
supposed
I
to put
think
your man up.
here
what
comes sis. Hold on.
Hold on, watch this.
what is
What she say?
You asked for it, wannabe. You asked
yeah.
for it.
But see, what has happened is social media has given these women a false sense of security. This is
Appreciate you,
an
Veronica.
illusion. This is an illusion that they're going by because if they're looking at top earners,
Mhm.
top earners ain't even in our like top earners ain't even picking them. It's
But we're not
five,
talking about the
six,
amount of money.
seven.
Let's fuck the amount of money. Let's don't talk about the amount of money. Let's just talk about keeping your family afloat. All right? From the man
But
perspective, from the woman perspective. Say,
a real
fam, what's
woman
going on
don't
with you, baby? How are you doing? Can you give us a woman's perspective? I'm not gonna get mad at you.
say
Please
it.
I ain't
do.
gonna yell at you. Tell me
You
something,
can't
baby.
yell at
I
me. You
love
know,
you.
honestly, I'm really trying to get a little bit more in because I wasn't there from the beginning. So I hear a lot of different conversations that you all are having. However,
Okay.
I can I don't know the gentleman that's online right now with y'all,
That's my little kinfolk, Cameron. Ego,
Cameron,
income,
hey,
and
okay,
intimacy in the relationship. So what we're talking about is that
mm-hmm,
there has to be a balance from the man to the woman, woman to the man. So from the beginning, we started off brief. I'm just gonna give it to you briefly that throughout the
uh-huh,
centuries, throughout history, the man is provided unconditionally with all three. He'll give his ego, he'll give his intimacy, and he'll give his finances, his income. But as soon as women were able to, they were given the rights to that they always should have had. All right, when that's not an argument, women should always have the right to produce. Okay, society didn't give it
mm-hmm,
to them. But nowadays, for some reason, on social media in this society, when women are the lead or the head of household or the financial advantage, they want to take away either an ego or they want to take away an
Give me
intimacy
a
from the
second.
man.
Sorry, give me
And
a
why
I
does
don't
second.
that
think that a
happen?
woman
I'm
can.
still
Yeah,
listening.
okay, I got it. So I don't think the woman can take away either one of vice versa. It's quite interesting that that actually becomes a battle in which we know that it's always a battle. It's always something that goes
It
on in the
is.
household with that. So once you're in a relationship, I mean, whoever that partner is, there should be an understanding in general. Like you don't wait till you get into a relationship and talk about it when it come up. Like a
Right.
lot of times people don't address that from the beginning. You know, you start well, y'all know me. Y'all talk about trauma bonding real quick. So it depends on how y'all, like, when y'all got together, where y'all were, because people grow within time. And then a lot of times we get in relationships and we don't talk about what's important, like
Right.
the finances and intimacy and communication. We don't talk about these things. A lot of things are just physical and from the onset. And then when you get in a relationship with that person, and you waking up with them every day, you're like, hold on, wait a minute, you don't budget? What? Hold on, you don't like to have sex? You don't cook? You start talking
Right.
about things that like you
That's the
you
amazing
overlook
part about
all
these
that
For
shit at
real.
conversations.
first.
How does that
I'm just
shit
saying,
happen?
right?
Okay,
But
so
sex
Talk that
is
talk.
sex.
You
Talk
don't
that
cook.
talk.
talk that
Talk
talk.
that
Like,
talk. Talk that talk.
so you're
What you
overstanding what
mean
this
you don't
conversation
cook?
is about. This is not about
Okay,
bashing the man, and it's not about bashing the woman. It's the
right.
overstanding
Facts.
of the dynamics of the three,
I like
and
it. I
Uh-huh.
like it.
whether it's reciprocated from one area or the other. We all have to understand that the intimacy has to, baby. If I'm your man and I fall short,
Mm-hmm.
I want more support. We're not talking about them bums. Remember, see, so from the
Do we?
beginning we were talking about it's not the video game dudes that sit on their ass smoking weed and with their nuts open and shit. We talking about the guys who are trying. Your
Well, you
man,
gotta
you know
understand.
your
First of
man.
all,
You know your
Not
man,
it's a
with
Carly.
the nuts open.
He falls on hard times. How do you support him? Do you take away from him?
you gotta understand. You gotta understand. Okay, first
These
of all,
young
what
girls are
I'm gonna
taking
say.
away. They taking away from their men. These young girls are taking away. They want more.
Of course, they want more.
I
They
said
different
that.
women. Of course, they want more. Why wouldn't they want more?
So
I
we're talking
said
about
that
so Cam, this is an old school versus new school shit subject then.
It is because
because
okay.
they have more access because we had access to the women in our neighborhood.
Right.
That's why we were kind of like, what do you say, successful with
We
the
traveled.
women in our
We
neighborhood.
went to house parties.
But yes, and we went to different sides of the town but now these women nowadays
We crossed the
have
railroad
more
tracks.
access, and yeah, they
Right.
get
It's not.
flued
I'm
out.
sorry, I cut you
They get
off.
flued out. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
no, it's all good. They
No,
get
you good.
flued out,
Yeah.
and the Negroes is spending money to get them flued out. So now their acceptance of what a real man is, it's what they see when they get flued out.
Man, they want $1,000 for a
Well,
date now.
I mean, well. First of all, you got okay.
That's across Texas.
If I'm
It's
single,
just
hey
two
man, fuck all
That's
y'all. I
across
want to
okay.
interrupt all
Texas.
y'all. If I'm single, all right, and I'm on the dating scene, I might hit you up online. I might say, hey, you know what? I've been interested in you for a while. I like the way you look, blah, 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 blah. Let's go out and let's go to, I don't even care about Starbucks, but who cares? I like coffee. Let's go drink some coffee. If you knock me because I want to go drink some coffee with you, I don't even know you. I want to conversate with
Oh
you and
Okay,
find out who
Lord.
okay,
you are. I want to get in depth
Kurt,
with you.
Kurt.
What's up,
Wait,
fam?
you remember Celebration Station?
Come on, man.
That
But
was
y'all
a
living in
date.
the past with that. Y'all got to move forward. I'm sorry. Let me jump in real quick.
Yeah, do
I,
it.
hey,
All right.
I'm not.
Listen, you talking about
Look,
celebration
look, look.
station. You talking about going to drink coffee with a chick in the 20th century right now. Respectfully, ain't nobody drinking no fucking coffee unless you're in a relationship. So are you dating or are
No,
you
no,
in
no,
a
no, 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 no.
relationship? Because if you
I'm
dating,
I'm giving
hold
that
on,
as an
let
The,
me
the,
finish
example.
up.
So I'm giving that
Because
as an
hold
the
on.
first
example
date.
of if we're
Let
not
me
already
finish.
having a
The first date.
conversation, and it may not be coffee. That might be a bad example.
No,
But I
what
want to
I'm
take you.
saying
I
is
want to
it
take
don't
you out.
matter.
They're
Right.
saying online
Okay.
that they're saying online that all the places that we know that our age group, okay, all of our age
Uh-huh.
group, they're saying that those places to take a person on a date. Name one. It don't matter which one you name. That
Well,
those places that we traditionally know to take a person out to date where it's a bill 50, to eat. They talking about that ain't good enough no
It was
more.
a,
You gotta
okay,
you
so
gotta
can I talk on that part of it?
do it.
What I'm saying is this here. This is what I'm saying. It's not so much of the coffee or anything. First of all, we have to distinguish and determine: are we talking about dating or are we talking about a relationship? Because initially, I heard a
No, no,
relationship
no. I'm
and pretty
single
much
now.
having.
Right now, I'm single and I'm trying to find somebody to get to know. So I want to take
Okay.
you and walk in the park with you because I'm interested in nature. I want to go. I want to see how you respond to me and you walking around, viewing the public, and having a conversation because I feel like the communication that you have as a person with another person is what's important
Hmm.
to me. But if you can't feel
Right.
that, and you feel like since I didn't spend $1,000 on you on the first date, because I didn't spend $500 on you on the first date, I already know
Hmm.
that me and you we ain't gonna vibe. because I'm from the
Well,
old
this is
school.
the thing. Okay, so
You worry about
I
the
say
money.
this here too. I say this here too.
Okay.
You get what you pay for, and that's whether it's mentally, physically, or spiritually. Period. Point
Mhm.
blank. You have to know. You have to know. And I know that sounds crazy, but you have to know your aim, what you're going after. Whatever. Don't think about that. Don't think that you're going to go take a walk in the park with a trophy. She's not trying to walk. She already took a walk. All she
Okay,
wants probably is your
I'm finna
money.
take you on a date right now, right? I'm capping. Bam. I'm taking you on a date right now. Where we going? You plan the date, baby. Where we going? Oh, why
Well,
you
I don't know how to
quiet?
answer
Don't
that.
get
Spoke,
I
quiet
can't.
now.
spoke with that child.
Where you
I'm not.
going, nigga?
I'm
Spoke with that
not. Okay.
You
child.
about kinfolk. Look, what's up? I'm taking you on a date right damn now. I'm finna leave this studio. I'm on my way to pick you up. Where we going?
She going
We're
on that your
probably
child.
gonna go
Goddamn
to
pot.
church. We're
We going
probably
to
gonna go
church?
read a book or go to church. So
Okay.
She
most
gonna
people are not
rob
Goddamn
into.
pot.
No, okay,
Okay,
I'm
boy,
being
stop
extra.
that. Let
I'm
me
being
tell you
extra, but
something.
honestly,
You
okay,
full of shit.
I
Because you
think
just said
well,
you capped
I
on me
really
for
am
wanting to
full
go
of
to the
shit right
coffee
now.
spot. But
Hey,
you just said, fam, we're gonna go to church or we gonna go talk. We're gonna discuss
well,
some stuff.
honestly, right now, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't feel like I'm the right person to answer that question because I got to be in that mindset, right? And you
Right,
caught me
right.
off guard.
No, right,
So
right,
I'll be
right.
real with you. You caught me off guard, right about now. Shit, I ain't going
But if,
nowhere. I'm
but
old.
if Cam
But
is
what I'm
single,
saying,
if Wanna Be is single, if Uncle Tay
uh
is
huh,
single, if music, if I'm single, right? Think
uh
about
huh,
this. If we're all single, when we meet
right,
somebody and you go at them and say, "Hey, look, I like you. I want to date you. Can we
uh
go on a
huh.
date?" You catching a nigga off guard right then. So. Wait. What you say?
Says Hector said one mic. Uh,
Oh,
Angie said
that's me.
let her talk so we can hear what she has to say.
Oh, so okay. So we were over talking a little bit. And they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
hear you.
One mic at a
My
time.
bad.
Listen.
My bad.
Miss Harris say the Bible says when a man findeth a wife, he finds a
He
good
found a
thing.
good one. Hold
Who's
on.
the
Finish that
prize?
though.
She said, "Who's the
You
prize?
gotta finish that.
The
You gotta
one
finish that though.
who finds, or the one
Who's found?
that's found?"
Right. So who's the prize? The one that finds or the one that's found? So here's the thing.
Hold on, Kurt. Before you
Huh?
finish,
Go ahead.
you gotta finish that passage. You gotta finish that passage.
That
When
was
a man
that's a
finds a wife,
statement. That's a statement from
he
from
finds
a.
a good thing.
Mhm.
But you have to finish the passage because it goes all together. You obtain favor
Favor,
from
come on
the
in.
Lord.
Boy, you think you know something?
You got to finish that. You got to finish that
Sound
You
like
because
you
think you know
got
something?
whoever, whosoever findeth, right?
Yeah.
Findeth a wife or a husband, findeth a
Hmm.
good thing.
Hmm.
it.
That person obtains favor.
Right.
That means those decrees and those blessings and that
You have
grace and that
obligations.
mercy gonna be
You have
shown upon
obligations
that
at that
person.
point. Right.
Ooh,
Already.
don't
Let me
get me
tell y'all
started.
something.
Don't get me
So
started.
Carlisha, let me ask you this. It's about communication then, right? From the beginning to the
Yes.
end, it's about communication. When you break the bond of communication, so the communication is part of what part of the three is communication? It's the ego. It's
Yeah.
actually let me tell all of y'all something. It's actually two parts because like I said, intimacy is not only sex. Intimacy is a part of yourself that you give to the relationship that is a bond with someone that no one else can get. That's why it's intimate. Okay. So if intimacy and ego are part of the communication, then my opinion is that I feel like those are the two most important parts of the relationship are the ego and the intimacy. The finances can be overcame and built on because it's the part that both people can equally supply. And the more you make, the more you spend. You're only going to live off of what you have. Have you ever seen somebody who won the lotto? Y'all know anybody who won the lotto and the next year they was broke? It's because they're not used to
Yep.
having what they got. Y'all didn't hear that shit. Did anybody say amen?
No,
Yep.
They're not used to
Yep.
having what they got, partner.
bro,
Listen to what I'm just telling you. Have
bro.
you ever seen somebody? Let me go back 100%. Have you ever seen somebody hit the lotto? They're not used to what they got, Carlisha. So if a man or a woman in a relationship gets privileges that they've never had before, what's going to happen in that relationship is they're going to abuse what they have because they've never had it before. Now that they have it, something's going to happen. What does that say up there, Uncle Tay? That's good. One
Yeah,
obtained favor in
that's
God.
right. That's Hector.
Well, that's Hector again.
Yeah.
Boy, where you come from, Hector? You don't know nothing, man. What you talking about up there? Hey, I love y'all. Let me tell
Hey,
y'all something.
Fame said it.
Let me tell
Fame
y'all
said it.
something. Let me tell y'all one quick thing. I want y'all to understand something. Life is short. All right. My boy, that
I
I
concur.
adore, okay, has left this earth. We have to love each other. We have to understand each other. Okay. I'm gonna move this out the way just for a second. So y'all can see this. This is
Shout out to
Dogs for
Pat, man.
Life. All right.
Shout out to Pat.
This is my family. My family has unexpectedly left this earth because God decided to bring him home. All right.
Mm.
This is my club. This is my partner. This is one of my brothers. This is respect to a person that brought me into an establishment and treated me like an equal in this establishment. He's gone. So in these relationships, when it comes to ego, intimacy, gone. We talking about gone. Don't forget, somebody can leave this earth for no reason. So in relationships, when we love each other, all of us, we can have disagreements. We can not understand each other. We can walk over each other a little bit. We can talk over each other a little bit. But when it comes down to the come down, our position that our higher power, our Lord and Savior has for us is when he's ready for us, we got to go. But he also has a purpose for us to protect our family, our friends, and everyone in it. So we have to watch our ego. We have to make sure that we do the best we can with our income. And we have to make sure that the intimacy for the ones that we love, all right, is always there and will always increase when it is needed the most. That is what I say. I love all three of y'all, all four of y'all, and all those who are watching. Thank y'all for chiming in. Who is that right there that just said something right before we popping off and finna leave this place?
It's, Veronica. Veronica
Veronica.
says, I understand that verse to be saying a man who is ready for partnership will recognize the value of a woman's worthy of building with. Thus, the neither person is the prize. The partnership is.
The partnership is the prize. But here's the thing. Let's make
Long-winded.
sure that under all, you're right, brother, under all circumstances,
I understand. I
let's love
overstand.
each other the same way. Okay? Let's communicate and let's make sure that, because see, man, the more I watch social media, the more my mind goes in shambles for the future of young people. Since we're all in the same pocket, I'll call it a pocket, all of us that are on this viewing that we can see each other right now, we have to make sure that we share this type of information and that it's understood that relationships amongst friends, family, and loved ones, there is nothing greater. You can fall off with somebody for the wrong reason, and then you get taken from this earth, and then it wrecks the rest of your life because you never had time to make it right with that person. All right, I'm taking this conversation and falling back on when God takes one of us. Okay. And I hope that everything was in order in my boy Pat's life, which I'm sure it was. But we all have significant others. We all have families, and we all have each other. We're all right now, because you all participate, Cam, Wanna Be Famous, Carlisha, Uncle Tay. We are Old Unk Entertainment. And since we are Old Unk Entertainment and we're passing on Off the Muscle, on my podcast, Knowledge, Wisdom, and Game, we all want to make sure that everybody understands that even when we disagree, there is a solution to disagreement. Y'all agree? Does everybody agree with that? There's a solution to
Hey,
disagreement.
For sure.
Nice to meet all y'all. Nice to meet all y'all.
Hey,
Facts.
Good shit, bro.
we're Old Dunk Entertainment. This was Off the
Uh
Muscle.
oh,
And
the
we
old
will
D
see y'all
bad.
tomorrow night. I'll see you tomorrow night for sure. For sure, wanna be. I'll see you tomorrow night. We are going to have
I'm
a
gonna have them lemon
podcast
pepper
tomorrow
steppers
night
on too.
at 7 p.m. The Point of View. Love y'all. Have a good evening.
Good night, y'all.
Thank you.
Good night.
Salute.
Shalom. Say that.